All right, I wanted to make you a video on conditional probability. This is actually question 6 on your review, and I thought it might help you make sense of what's going on. So on your probability formula sheet, the formula for conditional probability is P of B given A is the probability of A and B divided by the probability of A. So that might be confusing or whatever for you, but I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind so you understand. And remember that line means given. So I'm going to move this kind of out of the way so we can talk more about this problem that we're given. Okay, let me see. There we go. So just keep that in the back of your mind when we do this problem. So it says the table below shows the number of survey subjects who have received and not received a speeding ticket in the last year and the color of the car. Find the probability that a randomly person chosen, and part A says got a speeding ticket given they do not have a red car. So first let's make sure we understand how to read the table. So there was a total of 665 cars in this, and that's from right here. If we're looking at just people who got speeding tickets, there were 60 of them. If we're looking for just people who had red cars, there were 150 of them. If we were looking for people who got a speeding ticket that had a red car, that would be right there of that 15. So now that you understand how to use the table, we're going to write our probability statement so it'll help us with this formula. So the probability they got a speeding ticket given no red car. Okay, so that's the problem we want to do. Well, if we follow this probability formula, we want the probability of a speeding ticket and no red car divided by the probability of no red car. Okay, so if we're going to do the probability of a speeding ticket and no red car, first of all, our total is going to be 665 because that's how many total people were in this survey. And then speeding ticket and red car. So let's look at speeding ticket. That's this column. And then let's look at red car. Oh, sorry, no red car. So that's going to be in this column. So you can see where they intersect, that would be the and that we're talking about. So that's 45 out of 665. Then our denominator is going to be the probability of no red car. Well, again, there's 665 total. And then no red car, that would be this number right here, 515. So this looks pretty ugly and it's a complex fraction. What it's really saying is 45 over 665 divided by 515 over 665. And when we divide fractions, we actually keep the first fraction, change to multiplication, and find the reciprocal of the second fraction. When you do this, you'll notice that these will simplify because anytime we have the same number in the numerator and denominator and we're multiplying, we can simplify those to 1. And so then I would just be left with 45 over 515. And I could simplify that either by hand or by a calculator. If you are a nursing student, you should be practicing simplifying by hand. If you're not a nursing student, then you can go ahead and check, using it on the calculator. But we're going to divide the numerator by 5 and the denominator by 5. So we're going to get 9 over 103. You might be able to get to that answer quicker if you realize that this is going to happen every time. So this is the long way. You can't do it the short way. You could say, okay, I want no red car, and that's going to be my denominator. So that's the 515. Then my numerator is going to be the people in that same row that got a speeding ticket. So that would be that 45. So there is a shorter way to do it. Let's do part B and we'll do it the shorter way. No red car, so does not have a red car, given that they got a speeding ticket. So this is going to be different, right? So this time, if I use the shortcut, what I want is total number of speeding tickets in my denominator, because that's what's given. And then in my, so let's look at that on our picture. So all the people who got a speeding ticket are here. So the total is going to be that 60. So those are the people that we're interested in. Now we want, of those people that have a speeding ticket, how many have a red car? Well, oh, sorry, no red car. I keep saying red car. So no red car. That's right here. So it's 45 out of 60. So no red car and speeding ticket. Again, we'll want to simplify that fraction. 5 divides both of these. So 9 over 12. That simplifies again. 3 divides both of them. So 3 over 4. So part B is 3 over 4. Part A was that 9 over 103. I hope that helps you understand conditional probability a little bit more.